We begin tonight at 6 with an active afternoon for fire crews. They are responding to one fire after another. In the last few hours, we've shown you the damage from several of these fires. Good evening. I'm Edie Lambert.
And I'm Ty Steele. Thanks for being with us at 6. Fire crews are facing challenging conditions today. The dry north wind, coupled with triple-digit temperatures, are making it easier for new fires to start. And we have seen that happen today. We have live team coverage tonight. Meteorologist Tamara Berg is here with the conditions that crews are facing. Carolina Estrada and Brittany Hope have been tracking fires this afternoon. But let's start with Brittany Hope, live along Folsom Boulevard in Sacramento. Brittany.
Yeah, Ty, this is the fourth fire I've been to today. You said it's an active day for crews, and man, we're seeing that. We've been following them. So now we're just off Folsom Boulevard, standing on the railroad tracks. These are shut down right now because of everything that's happening behind us. A fire started inside this massive homeless encampment just a bit ago. Luckily, at this point, firefighters are in what they call the mop-up stage. That's making sure that all of those flames are out. But in a situation like this, it's going to take a really long time, and you can just see why. And we're showing you now from Live Copter 3 as well overhead. 7 acres here burned, and much of that, fire crews say, was this homeless encampment. There's a lot of shopping carts, tents. We're seeing food, even decorations, cans. People were living here. There was chairs, furniture, so there was a lot of fuel to catch on fire and a lot of dry vegetation as well. So it really just wasn't a great sight, especially because of that steep embankment that you see here from Live Copter 3. Essentially, fire crews say that flames were able to race up and down that embankment, just catching on to all of that grass. So far, there haven't been any reports of anyone who has been injured. Again, we know that many people live here. This is one of the larger encampments in our area. Fire crews say that once they did get here, most of the people who live here were pretty much gone at that point, so they don't have any reports of anyone who was hurt, but they expect to be out here for a bit more. Again, the good news is when you were with us at 5 o'clock, you could still see some flames and a lot of smoke. That's not the case anymore. It's really just taking one hose at a time and saturating specific little spots where they think something could strike up again. We have winds and it's hot, so making sure that all of that put out is critical. We're live just off Folsom Boulevard. Brittany Hope, KCRA 3 News.
Brittany, just a quick question about your location. Folsom goes on for miles and miles. Where specifically? What's your closest cross street there?
I would say our closest cross street, so we're not too far. If you're familiar with Sandy's Imports, that's right where we are. There's a gym right here. We're not too far from the SMUD building, so we're a little bit east of East Sacramento, I would say.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much for the live update. Let's go now to another fire. This one in South Sacramento. Live Copter 3 was over Cosumnes River Boulevard in the Delta Shores area. There had been some training earlier, and then another fire sparked close by. It's still not clear what sparked this fire.
And smoke is covering part of Interstate 80 this afternoon. Check this out. A grass fire sparked on the side by Watt Avenue. Look at all this smoke. In this Caltrans video, you can see cars are still driving through as the smoke is billowing over the lanes. I'm sure they got a lot of calls on that one. Carolina Estrada joining us live now. Carolina, how thick is the smoke where you are?
Yeah, so you can see right behind me, it's still pretty thick, but crews are right now working to put all of this smoke out, Ty. They say that this grass fire started at around 4:42 p.m. This is on the on-ramp to I-80 westbound near Watt Avenue. They say they're still investigating exactly what led to this fire, but right now they're working to put off all of these little spots that are still smoldering, and they say that the amount of smoke that we saw is due to all of this bark that is in this area. They say that makes it very difficult to put out all of these spots and to get rid of that smoke. That is why right now crews are here making sure that they're putting out all of this and getting rid of all of that smoke that is still heading over to where people are driving right now on Interstate I-80. You can see it when we were driving down. We were able to see it when we were about 5 minutes away. So it was definitely a lot of smoke that this small half-an-acre grass fire created here. And they say one of the challenges obviously was the wind and the hot temperatures, but they are working, it's completely put out, and they are working to get rid of that smoke. They say the on-ramp to westbound I-80 here in Watt Avenue will be closed at least for another hour while these crews wrap up all of their efforts here. And like I mentioned, the cause of the fire is still under investigation, and just like Brittany said, we've been seeing these grass fires and house fires throughout the day. This is our third fire. And of course, crews are just having a very difficult time putting out all of these fires that we've seen throughout our area. Live in Sacramento, Carolina Estrada, KCRA 3 News. Back to you guys.
Busy day. Carolina, thanks. Let's check in with meteorologist Tamara Berg. What are the winds doing right now?
Yeah, we've had some gusts around the area, 25, close to 35 throughout the day. And now we're noticing that those winds are really going to start to at least come down from this point on. Right now, we still have sustained winds anywhere from 14 to 17 miles per hour. Yuba City into Sacramento, winds sustained right now 16 to 18. So yeah, there's still a bit of a breeze out there, but at least the gusts are starting to come down compared to where they were, let's say, 2 hours ago. Winds gusting to 25 in Stockton, 26 Modesto, 25 to 26 mile per hour gusts reported Yuba City and into Sacramento, and even gusting to 16 right now in Auburn. So yes, as we go through the next couple of hours, you see here, this is a good visualization for you, the wind timeline. Notice that we're going to get away from the 6 o'clock hour, go into the 7 and 8 o'clock time frame. That wind really starts to come down, and expect as we head through the overnight hours tonight, we won't have as much wind. Now we'll still have a north flow in the forecast for the day tomorrow, and more heat is ahead, so the elevated fire danger is still going to be around. I'll talk in better detail about what to plan for in terms of the heat for tomorrow coming up in just a bit. Back to you.
Okay, we look forward to that. Thank you, Tamara. In Sacramento, firefighters quickly contained this grass fire, which was right off of Del Paso Road. The fire sparked when a car had some kind of mechanical issue, and then the car caught fire. You can see that on your left, and on your right, the charred field. SMUD crews were out to make sure there was no damage to nearby power poles. And in Citrus Heights, a triplex was damaged this afternoon after a fire broke out. Multiple people were inside at the time, but they were able to get out safely. A viewer shared this video showing flames on the home and the wind blowing the heavy smoke to nearby areas. Firefighters were able to contain the flames. There is extensive damage, as you can see, to the back of the home. Thankfully, no one was hurt, and the cause is still under investigation. A fire destroyed a home in Placer County this afternoon. Fire officials believe this fire started in the attic of the home and then spread throughout the home. And I don't believe this is the right video, but I'm told that the home in question was on Baseline Road in Alberta. Okay, I'm being told this is the right video. Erica, why don't you just let me know? Is that what we're looking at through the grove of trees? Okay, so we are, if you can focus your attention there, it's a little hazy. We do know that a mom and her 2 kids got out along with some animals. Firefighters had pretty challenging conditions there.
Wind pushes the fire, makes the fire grow in intensity, it makes it tougher for us to extinguish. Out in the country areas, a little bit longer response times, lack of water too. We have to bring water tenders in since we don't have fire hydrants, so that sets us a little behind as well. So as we have been showing you one fire after another here, you can see it's been a very busy day for firefighters. They've just had to go from one call to the next. Yeah, so many calls. The wind is creating a challenge for crews in putting out the flames, and they're doing all of this in triple-digit temperatures.
We're encouraging our members to get hydrated, not just the night before, but maybe 2 nights before their shift. Our shifts are 48 to 72 hours long. We're here for a very long period of time. We're a very busy fire department running a ton of calls, including structure fires and grass fires.
And this message not just for firefighters, along with the fire crews, everyone outside should check on how they're feeling as we enter several days of hot weather. Yeah, the National Weather Service and the CDC put together a list of warning signs to look out for. If you are experiencing any symptoms of heat exhaustion, move to a cooler area, sip some water. If your symptoms don't improve, then seek medical help. If you are experiencing symptoms of heat stroke, you need to call 911.
Certainly if you're confused or altered in any way, that's definitely something we need to see you in. But also too, part of it is, are you responding to treatment, right? If you're in a hot area and you go to a cool area and now you're resting and hydrating and you're having improvement in your symptoms, you might not necessarily need emergency level care. But if there's other concerns, and calling 911, if there's enough concern, they can help navigate that process as well to figure out the level of concern and what help you might need. Another sign to watch out for, doctors say, if you stop sweating, it's time to call for help. If you have neurological symptoms like confusion or an altered mental state, that is a sign. It's time to get straight to the ER. Probably the best thing for prevention is avoiding the peak hours of the day. So really that, 10 a.m. till 4 or 5 p.m. at night, where you're that peak temperature time, you want to avoid that. So if you're exercising, going for walks, those sorts of things, doing it earlier in the day, later in the evening to avoid that heat.
And some companies and organizations are changing their hours due to the heat, and that includes the Sacramento Zoo. They actually closed early today, and they will do the same thing tomorrow. They want to keep their guests, the workers, and the animals safe. You can only stay until 2 p.m. They'll be back to regular hours on Thursday.
Live Copter 3 found people cooling off by the river earlier today. We flew by Sand Cove Beach just after noon today, and you can see a lot of folks brought tents out or umbrellas so they could have a little shade out there while they enjoyed the water on this hot day.
Also in Sacramento, we saw a lot of kids having a blast at the Bridgeway Lake Splash Pad. This is in West Sacramento. So many options for the kids to have fun and cool off at the same time. Meteorologist Tamara Berg is back with us. And Tamara, what was the high for the day?
Well, temperatures across the area got well above 100 in many spots. I'll have those numbers for you in just a moment, but I want to show you that even as we're at the top of the 6 o'clock hour, it's still hot in many spots. 100 degrees out at Sac International Airport. We're down to 99 right now in Davis, 103 though in Vacaville, and Travis Air Force Base around Fairfield reporting right now 99. It's 98 degrees heading out that door in Elk Grove if you have an evening plan. It's still going to be pretty warm here, probably for the next couple of hours. 98 right now in Stockton, 100 in Lathrop, 98 currently in Modesto. So if you do have a plan to do something this evening, I know for folks waiting to maybe walk the dog or maybe heading out to some of the ball games that are going on across the region, notice that those temperatures start to go down into the upper 80s around 9 p.m. or in the low 80s though still at 11 p.m. And this may be one of those nights where, you know, it's not going to be refreshing to open the window and let any sort of breeze through. We don't have any delta breeze. It's the north wind that's around. And first thing tomorrow morning, we're going to wake up to temperatures in the lower 70s. We have another round of heat ahead for tomorrow. Another impact day is expected. I'll talk about how warm it's going to get and how long this heat wave is going to last. Back to you.
All right, Tamara, thanks. And we've got you covered online as well. We have tips to cool off on the KCRA 3 app right now. Make sure to sign up for breaking news alerts to have important information sent straight to your phone.